All right, so we're back for part 2. There we go. Okay, there you go. Okay, told you about those Doritos. Yep. No, hold on. Let me open the door for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you obviously can't do it right. All right. What do?
Goodbye. I'm gonna have some fun on some cats.
Uh-huh. What do? Sit down. Okay. Yeah, so this is part 2. So, as a reminder for everybody, yes, this here is a fax that I sent. Right? So, none of these judges up here in Edmonton Law Courts or Edmonton Police, they're code enforcers. They don't follow the law. That, what you just saw, there she is right there. Right? She's going to make that left turn. That's a fugitive that the Edmonton Police are protecting. Yes, it is. Fugitive. And if anybody doubts that, here is the warrant of commitment for civil contempt. Nicole T. Nicholas. Now, there's an extradition act in between Canada and the U.S. Now, as I was saying in part 1, this is the email I sent to the judge who actually issued the warrant of commitment for civil contempt against Nicole Tamara Nicholas. And this is the fax cover sheet that I sent to the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee office. 1102 Longworth House Office Building in Washington. Please CC a copy of this fax to the following parties: U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer, Mexico Economy Minister Marcelo Ebrard. So as you can see here, this was sent. Here's the confirmation that it was faxed. And so where are we at here? Yes, Nicole Tamara Nicholas is an international fugitive being harbored by the Government of Canada, the Province of Alberta, and the City of Edmonton with assistance of the Canadian federal, local, and municipal officials, contrary to the Canada-U.S. Extradition Act, Schedule 8. Nicole Tamara Nicholas has also kidnapped my Indigenous children August 7, 2025, while having an active warrant issued by the Supreme Court for the State of New York. So I've already showed you the email to Honorable Roy S. Mahan. This was on April 17, 2026, is when the email was sent. Now, the warrant itself is actually July 14th, 2016. So I'm so glad that I was able to fax this off to the U.S. House Ways and Means Commission. And so right here, anyone could sit there and they can freeze it that she's supposed to be apprehended and forthwith brought by said officer before this court for commitment to a correctional institution. And so as we see here, this is legit. This is April 2nd, 2026. I got a certified copy. This is what you're looking at. So again, and here's the receipt. Might be a bit faded, but this is a certified copy. This is the receipt here. So I'd appreciate Edmonton Police stop calling me about Nicole, and here's an active warrant that you guys don't want to enforce. So now that the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee has it, And I told him to make sure that the U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer gets a copy of this fax. That's why Canada has to pay an entry fee to the United States, because they're seeing that Alberta and Canada is lawless. This is why. So that woman I have to give my children to, that kidnapper, that fugitive, this is what it is. You guys can't spin this. That's what's called delusion and cognitive dissonance. So for anyone that sees this on the replay, here you go. This is an order. Now, I'm actually in touch with the judge via email and the law firm Forcelli. So they know this. So I simply asked, okay, I apologize if this was terminated. Just, I apologize for wasting your time. Ain't nobody said anything. So this goes to show that they're not following their law. So the U.S., yeah, free reign. Free reign. Charge Canada what you wish. That's what's going to happen. And we're not worried about people who didn't get the they didn't get the notification. Don't worry about that. That's them trying to jam it up. As you can see, the date here, 11/4/2016, stamped November 4th, 2016, entered. You see it all here. That's a fugitive. And who's protecting? Who's protecting her? Edmonton Police is protecting her. So now, when the U.S. Trade Representative for CUSMA sees this, and the House got it, this is part of the record. So now in Washington, D.C., this is a record that Canada is a harboring for fugitives. Alberta, plus they got the Chinese military up at a oil plant north of the city. So they're supposed to be apprehending her. And what they're doing is using fiction of law. That's what this is called. Fiction of law. This is a note that she's in default. She can't answer nothing without perjuring herself. Rawak Cardiff down in Kyrie. So this is why we have to push this out and publish this so people can see. That is a fugitive that I have to give, a criminal I have to give my children to, who has a warrant. Again, I'm going to go through this. Here's the fax confirmation. I faxed the United States House of Ways and Means, U.S. House of Ways and Means. They're the most powerful commercial agency in the United States. Five pages. Right there, so you could see. Nicole Tamara Nicholas is an international fugitive being harbored by the government of Canada, the province of Alberta, and the city of Edmonton, with the assistance of the Canadian federal, local, and municipal officials, contrary to the Canada-U.S. Extradition Act, Schedule 8. Nicole Tamara Nicholas has also kidnapped my Indigenous children, August 7th, 2025, while having an active warrant issued by the Supreme Court for the state of New York. So all those people who call themselves white autochtons that was sending her money, which we know they were, yeah, she didn't tell you she had a warrant for arrest. See email sent to Honorable Roy S. Mahan on April 17, 2026, attached with this fax. The province of Alberta is refusing to enforce the warrant of commitment of July 14th, 2016. I bring this matter to your attention during your trade negotiations with Canada. What do you think's going to happen when investors see this? They're going to be like, yeah, so what's stopping them from doing that to an investor and making an excuse? Just thought you might want to know. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. Much appreciated. Chief Nanya Shabu Ale, registered copyright trademark 1537 Supplements Deos, with my phone number, email, which has been on the internet for eons. All rights reserved. Hague Statute on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction. This is what's called state-sponsored. This is what is called state-sponsored kidnapping. So Canada, Edmonton, the province of Alberta, kidnapped my Indigenous children. And I'm not going to keep my mouth shut about it. That's true. So this is the email sent to the justice and aiding and abetting. Exactly, Cardiff. Aiding and abetting. And they're caught. So tomorrow is when Canada is going to meet with the U.S. regarding the CUSMA negotiations. So they have this warrant. So I don't know if he's going to drop it. What's his name? The trade representative. I don't know if he's going to drop it first. Mr. Greer, Jameson Greer. I don't know if he's going to drop it first, last, in between, or if it'll even make the table. I do know with this Facebook Live and the 10 people here that's witnesses, they could see that, yeah, this is how Canada gets down. But you're calling me. She waited for me to go back to the house to get the snow pants for our daughter. However, when it was minus 19 degrees Celsius, she had no problem. She had no problem taking all of that and then taking off and leaving me stuck with the children, endangering them, child endangerment, on the 19th of December. So this is why we say you got to publish and send it everywhere and anywhere. So now that people know, again, I'm going to emphasize, this was a fax I sent. Let me switch the camera around. This is the fax that I sent. And this was to who? The U.S. House of Ways and Means Committee office. So they know that Nicole is a fugitive that Canada is protecting. Yes. And when it's color of law and it's not real law, you got to publish that. Oh, we got 17 here. Oh, right. Okay, so you other 15, I need to get some thumbs ups from you. You 16, need to get some thumbs up from you. You 15, I need to get some thumbs up from you. You 16, I need to get some thumbs up. Let me see who else is in here, because it's showing, I only see Yoo-Hoo and Cardiff. I don't see 14. You got 13. Same for you. Wow, 15. So this is what we're talking about. This is called state-sponsored kidnapping. She never had consent from me. She never had leave to go to Calgary. None of that stuff. That's why I'm so glad the United States has this. Because now when they go to trade tomorrow, they gonna hit Canada hard. So, yeah, is Nicole Tamara Nicholas worth all of this? Again, let me do this so people understand something. When you present certified documents to these public officials up in Alberta, Edmonton specifically, and Calgary secondarily, they say it doesn't matter. So that means my children were done in this is called a 60s scoop. That's what they did to the Cree, the Plains, the Blackfeet Indians up here. They kidnapped the children and put them. So Canada, Edmonton Police Services, we all know you just kidnapped Indigenous children and did a 60s scoop again in 2025. How do you think this is going to stay silent? and then the person you're saying you're protecting has a warrant for civil contempt. That means she don't follow the law, whether it's the U.S. or Canada, and y'all are protecting that. How you think your reputation is going to look? Your reputation is crap. So I'm so glad that we have this. Now you 12 people, you need the thumbs up. See, I went from 16 to 12. Yes, this is it right here. This is the evidence. This woman is a fugitive. So Canada harbors criminals. Point blank. So anyone else who wants to know anything further, you know how to get in touch with me. You 11, you 10. Don't be sitting on the fence, and then when it happens to y'all gonna be screaming, this is wrong, somebody need to do something. You 9, you 8. See how we already know who's on here. You 7. I'm gonna count down. Come on, keep going. Y'all wanna leave? Edmonton police, I know they watching. Like, come on, that's a warrant. I'm speaking to the judge who issued the warrant. Y'all saying it don't matter. It's called extrajudicial jurisdiction. Once that is presented, they got to seize her, and they don't want to. So guess what? It's a state-sponsored kidnapping. And that's genocide. You 5, come on. Come on, you 5, thumbs up. Yeah, they dropping like flies because you know what's going to happen. Jameson Greer is going to go and he's going to probably drop this, right? That might be the first thing he hits Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, with. You 3. Come on, you 3. You know what's going to happen. He going to drop this warrant and say, y'all want concessions and you harboring a woman for 10 years? And y'all ain't even let us know. It took the ex who was fighting the case. It took him to give us the fact that, yeah, here she is. They have her phone number. They have her contact information. They have everything. So if there's nothing going to happen with it, that's cool. Say so. But right now, this video is prima facie evidence. The facts that was sent is prima facie evidence. She's been in default. I want to see how they're going to sweet talk their way with that indigenous judge that they got now. How are you going to sweet talk your way out of that? This is a warrant for her arresting you. We're not going to arrest her. I said, yeah, for civil contempt over 10 years. And the judge didn't feel that way because he made sure to put her social security number on there and didn't darken it out. So that means they wanted her bad, and they probably still want her bad. Now Mark Carney's giving money for black Canadians for legal. Yeah, that's probably for her. So Mr. Ulassi and the Ulassi firm has some finances. It don't matter. We know it's state-sponsored genocide. It's state-sponsored kidnapping. Children were out of school for 67 days. Nobody said anything. Canada just did a 60 scoop on August 9th, 2025. So that's it. We got the evidence here. So when it comes, you guys go right ahead, download the video, share the link, and I'll talk with y'all later. That's why she likes meeting at McDonald's. Just like Rabbi Finkelstein said. That's where they're sharing the human meat. And she's feeding the children Doritos. Make sure she's giving them Doritos. I said, yeah, the Doritos contains atrazine. She knows better. White power. Chashikadur. Whitest person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. Those who want to get in touch with me, you know what to do. Chashikadur.